Welcome to our tutorial on Git, the powerful version control system. First, ensure Git is installed on your system. To do that, open your terminal or command prompt and type git --version. This will give you the version of Git if it is installed successfully on your system. Now it's time to configure the Git. So after installing Git, configure your username and emails using the below commands. If you are on a shared system, avoid using ---- global and use the below given commands. Now it's time to set up your Git repository. So to start doing that, navigate to your project directory in the terminal and type cd, your project path. Now when you are inside the project, type git init. This will initialize Git inside your project. After that, we need to add the origin. So to do that, type git remote add origin and the repository path. Now if the code is available on remote repository, just clone it on your system by the following command. You can type git clone and the repository path. This will clone the whole repository on your local system. Now once you have cloned the repository, then you can use something called gitignore to handle all your unnecessary files and folders so that you can keep your repository clean. So to do that, we need to type touch.gitignore. This will create a gitignore file inside your Git repository, and whatever files and folders you add to the gitignore file, they won't be pushed to your repository. Now let's see how to add new files to your Git repository. So to do that, we can use a command called git add to add the project files to the staging area. So you can use something like git add dot. This will add all the files inside your project to the Git repository, or if you want to add a specific file, you can just type git add and the file name. That will add the file to your Git staging area. And whenever you have done that, to check the status of the files, you can just type git status. That will give you all the status of all the untracked and modified files. Now once you are sure that all the files that are needed to be pushed to the Git is being staged by using the git add command, now you can use a command called git commit, and with your commit message you can commit the files to your Git repository for them to be pushed on the GitHub repo. And remember to use a proper message for reference. Now once you have done the commit, you can check your commit by running a command called git log. This will give you all the log history of all the commits that you have done till now. Once you are done with the commit, now it's time to push your changes to the Git repository. So to do that, we can type git push remote and the branch name you want to push your changes to. Once you do that, your changes will be pushed to your GitHub repo, and on the GitHub repo you will see all the changes reflected there. So let's see what can be done if you want to pull the changes from your GitHub repository to your local repository. So to do that, we can use a command called git pull remote and the branch name. This will pull all the changes from the branch to your local repository.